Hello everyone, I am Alicia and I am a psychic medium. I'm what's to be considered a no tools medium, meaning I don't need to use cards or things like that, but I can and I do incorporate them into my readings. So what I mainly do though is I channel the energy and communicate with those that have passed. I can channel the energy of those that are still here, places, objects, and I channel and communicate with my spirit guides, and I use my third eye. Okay. All my readings are timeless, so remember that anything I say could be past, present, or future. It could deal with you, somebody close to you, or maybe somebody you haven't met yet. Okay? Sorry, I'm trying to kill 18 birds with one stone here. You know, it's okay. Yeah, today, okay, there we go. Yeah, this afternoon I'm going to be doing a reading for somebody, and they are on here. So the reading hopefully is going to be geared towards, you know, that person. If it happens to resonate with you also, you know, that's fine. If not, then, you know, just know that the reading was originally intended, you know, for somebody specific. But like I said before, you know, people can have similar experiences and things like that. So if it does resonate with you, that's fine. Maybe it is for you, you know, because with me channeling energy, I just pick up on energy, period. So whoever is on the other end of this, you know, I could be getting also. But yeah, I'll repeat just in case you missed, Wendy, which you know, all the readings are timeless. Anything I say could be past, present, or future. So if it's not like clicking or resonating like right then, you know, don't like discount it. If you want to go ahead and write stuff down as we go along, you know, that's fine. Or you can just go back and look at the video, doesn't matter. But yeah, it could deal with you, somebody close to you, or maybe somebody you haven't met yet. Okay. And by somebody close to you, I mean like a significant other, a family member, a friend. It could be a past loved one, you know. So, or like I said, maybe the event hasn't happened yet, or you haven't met that person yet. So before I get started, I always pray. I don't know if I like this one. Let me go ahead and pray. Dear Lord God, please protect me with your white light of protection always. Please help me to clearly see, hear, feel, and know the messages I'm about to receive and give. My intention is to communicate with spirit, with my spirit guides, with angels, with energy, and to do a mediumship reading for Miss Wendy. Wendy Rue. I don't know if I like that one either. Oh my God. I feel like that's annoying. So I don't want to like be annoyed already. It's like too early to be annoyed. Well, not really. Be annoyed at any time of the day. We'll just listen to angels, I guess. Doesn't matter. You're like, oh my God, we should be in church right now. I'm just messing. This is our church, right? Church is a meeting of what? A group of people or two or more people that get together to speak about God and Jesus. That's church. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think I'm just going to start by channeling, and then if I want to use some cards, I will, okay? Wendy, if you want to, like, message throughout, you can. If not, that's okay, too. It does kind of help, you know what I mean? Like, if you're kind of responding and letting me know something. But if you don't feel like it, it's no big deal. So I'm trying to think actually how I want to go about this. I didn't get much sleep. I was trying to help my brother, and I wasn't really much help. I went down to his house and sat there. I didn't help. He was tearing up his kitchen floor and putting down new and all that. And I kept saying, "Do you want me help? You want me help?" And he went, "No, not yet." And I was going to. I planned on it, but I played on my phone instead. So, okay, here's how we'll start it out. So, yeah, give me a moment so I can do these. Who's, is this for Wendy? My intention is to do this for Wendy. I'm getting the name Willie. Like a Willie Ray? And Wayne. So give me just a second. I'm getting these cards out. It'll take a minute. Who's Wayne? Because I've said it like 3-4 times now. I'm hearing friend or was a friend. I don't know who Wayne is. Willie's an old friend. Okay. What about Wayne? Was Willie, was he like a jokester? Because that's what I keep hearing. They're saying jokester, like he would mess around with people, but he was like kind of like a dry sense of humor. If you know what I mean. Like sarcastic. Okay. But Willie, did he have a dry sense of humor? Wayne could have just been like energy coming through. Oh my gosh. Open doors, open doors. What are you so worried about? He did? Okay. Because there's a lot of worry with these cards. What are you stressed out about? What's in August? Something happened in August? I don't know, I mean, says you're coming to some money, but you're worried about it. So I don't know if you're going to get your tax return or what's going on with that. I mean, because I know it's tax time, but this is the present moment. So, but you're worried about money. There's a younger male that's worried about you too, and a woman your age or older, a mother figure. But you're worried. What are you so worried about? Hi. I mean, because the cards that are surrounding the worry are love cards. Like there's nothing but worry and love there. Your daughter's birthday is in August. Eight, 8 is 16, 19, 18. What's the number 18 mean to you? Or 19? I hear 18. Your birthday is 18th. I don't know. I'm getting a sense. And they just keep saying like anxiety ridden, and it's like almost like you don't want to admit it, that you're really stressed out. Your daughter is the 19th, you're 18th and 19th. Okay. What is stressing you out? Stressing you out? What are you worrying about? I don't know why I'm being told to ask you, how are things at home? I hear content, but also, I hate to use this word, I mean, lackluster? Yeah. You're depressed too. You try to put on like you're not, but you are. Deep down, you are. You get really sad sometimes. Okay, for the most part. It's just kind of, yeah. You know what I mean? Just, you're content. It's okay. It's just, it is what it is. You know, you're together, you're happy, but it's what, same routine, same shit, different day. Is what I'm hearing. Just kind of going with the motions, going with the flow. You get sad. I don't know, I get a sense that some days you just want to cry. You just like want to break down and cry. But you don't. Almost like you would down yourself, or, you know, be upset with yourself for doing so. Almost like you can't cry because, you know, not that you have to be tough, but it's like you got to keep it together, you know, you got to be strong, you got to, you know, almost like, somebody thinks crying would show weakness. Somebody around you thinks that. I heard you haven't really grieved for your mother in the proper way. Like a lot of times you get the feeling like what happened like didn't really happen. Like, I just want to wake up from this nightmare, you know what I mean? Like it was just a bad dream and I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be back to the way it was. It's okay to cry. Like, even me saying that makes me want to cry. Because I just feel like you're really, really sad. Do you know someone named Marilyn? And then I heard Mary, and I heard Brenda. I heard the name Ruth. Which one? I just named like 4 or 5. Mary's your neighbor. Are you close to Mary? Who around you is like a mother figure? Ruth is your sister-in-law. No. Who doesn't go out much? There's somebody that doesn't go out much, and I don't mean like out like partying, but just doesn't go out much at all, like doesn't go out with friends. I mean, they would, I'm hearing rather stay at home. You have none really. Remember the name Marilyn. Marilyn and Brenda. Write those down. especially Marilyn, I'm being told to tell you. Your daughter. Why doesn't she like to go out? Does she never leave? Somebody doesn't hardly ever leave at all. That's your daughter? I'm not prying, but have you had... What issues are you having with her? That's what I'm being told to ask. She's sad and or depressed and angry. Why is she angry? Like internally, do you know? I get a sense that something happened to her that's not really talked about, or maybe hasn't been talked about. You don't know. Something happened to her. And I don't know, and I'm getting like something happened. They're saying her, but almost like somebody's like ashamed or afraid to like talk about whatever it was. They don't want to talk about it. Whatever happened, I don't know, she got hurt. Who's heartbroken? Why would your mom be heartbroken? I don't know. I see an older woman crying. I just heard the name Margaret, the name Barbara. The name Bill. Robert. Somebody's shaking their head no. Who passed away from heart-related issues? It's a woman. It also had lung issues. Like, it was very hard to catch her breath. Who in your family passed away where there was a male that passed away? There was a couple that was married, so it could have been grandparents. A male passed away and then a female. So it could be grandparents, great-grandparents, something on either side. I don't know why, but they're showing me Winnie the Pooh and they're going think, think, think. Your mom. You know, who's Bob? Oh my gosh, that's a weird name. And then somebody named Ralph. And Frank. Did somebody go to start school? Okay, I don't know nothing about grandparents. My dad passed and my mom. Okay, because I mean, there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people around. I mean, there's actually 2 sets of grandparents. And then a woman and a man, so that would be your mother and father. Somebody feels like they let somebody down on your end. I'm hearing your daughter keeps to herself way too much to where it's unhealthy. For some reason, these people, they're worried about your daughter. Do you and your daughter have a good relationship? I mean, do you communicate with each other? Do you feel like you let your mom down? I just heard, what were you trying to prove? Like, and for what? I just heard, you'll always be my little angel in my eyes. That's what I heard. There's a man. But not a lot. I don't know if you guys talk about personal stuff or not, but I'm hearing not so much. But there's something going on with her. I don't know if you can sense it or kind of tell that like something is off with her or not, but somebody writes, I don't know if it's like a journal or like poem type stuff or like spoken word type stuff. You understand what I mean? But it's like more dark and depressing type writings. Either they used to or still do. Who has a cross tattoo? She does, she writes. Is she the type that she does? If you were to go to her and ask her if she's okay or if there's anything wrong, she would just say that she's fine. You don't know anybody that has a cross tattoo. Yes, I'm fine. Huh? I'm getting confused on your answers. Or yes, you guys are fine. Okay. Maybe somebody will get one. I'm just hearing somebody just got one, so that could be for somebody else. Who's Deborah? Your daughter always says she's fine. Yeah. Or I'm okay. I used to do the same thing. You know, people would ask me, I mean, because you could clearly see that, you know, there was something wrong. And I would always just say I was fine, I was okay, you know, and put on a smile and go on about my way. Deborah is a cousin. You don't talk. What's the animosity about? Because that's the word they used, was animosity. Was there feuding at one point? Animosity at one point? They use the word animosity, that's why I'm asking. Whose family argues a lot? Or who in the family argues a lot? Either yours, I don't know if you're married, but somebody argues quite a bit. Yours. I don't know, because I just heard almost constant, like, it's like nitpicky shit and like stuff that people don't need to argue about, you know, stuff that really doesn't matter at the end of the day, and people are arguing over it. You have 3 girls. I have 3 girls too. Yeah, girls are hard. Especially when they won't talk to you. I'm not trying to put anybody on blast or anything like that, but who yells? Somebody yells. I mean, and we've all done it, so I mean, but I'm hearing just it's always out of frustration, like you. Almost like you get so fed up, like, and I'm just hearing like I'm tired of repeating myself, and it's like you feel like nobody listens to you. Nobody does what you tell them to do or did, you know what I mean? This could have been past tense, doesn't matter, but taken for granted. Almost like you would tell somebody to do something and they wouldn't do it, and you would have to end up doing it. Don't take this the wrong way, but almost like somebody thinks you're a pushover. Like it don't matter, you know, all she's going to do, like kids thinking, or whoever thinking, oh, you know, she's just going to yell, she's going to get frustrated, and she'll do it anyway, you know, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, don't worry about it. Mom will get it. Mom will do it. She'll do it. She'll get it. And it's like they know that, and almost like you feel like you're a disappointment to them too. Because you said you feel like you disappointed your mom. Do you feel like you're a disappointment to your kids? Like they just don't appreciate you. I don't know, I'm just getting this weird vibe attitude, you know, that would be coming, say, from the kids, like, because when I said they don't appreciate you, and then I heard in girls' voices, like, well, we don't have to, like they think that they don't have to appreciate anything that you do, because almost like it's expected, like they just, like this is your role, this is, you know, your mom, this is what you do, this is what you're supposed to do, and you're just supposed to do that. And don't take this the wrong way either. Are one of them, one or more of them, kind of bratty? Have like a bratty attitude? Like, who used to throw temper tantrums, like when they wouldn't get their way? Yeah. Like stand there with their arms folded and like stomp their foot and like, well, she got to do this, or she gets to do this, or da-da-da-da-da. So somebody's bratty, somebody plays the victim. And somebody just doesn't care. Like the other one's just like angry and depressed and like just doesn't care. youngest and oldest? Who draws or is an artist? Is the oldest the one that doesn't hardly go out except for to go to work? The middle girl used to draw. Okay. Did she draw well? Because I'm getting somebody that draws well. That's why they use the word artist. Yeah. Oh, yes, the oldest is the one that doesn't hardly go out. Okay. Why did she stop drawing? Almost like it was uncool. Or like somebody made fun of her or something, and who's a bully or who got bullied? One or the other. Somebody's either a bully or got bullied. Like somebody gets picked on or did get picked on. If you're not sure, maybe that's one of the issues with the one. Your oldest, I feel like, is a bully to sisters and got bullied. That's what I was saying. Yeah, the oldest, the one that's depressed. There's something going on with her. The middle girl gets bullied. Like bad. Somebody's getting picked on bad. I'm sorry about that. Like, nobody should ever treat anybody that way, you know. Make fun of you or, you know, talk down to you. The girls, I mean. I got picked on. I got bullied, you know, until I had other kids. My middle gets picked on bad. She cries. Somebody doesn't have a lot of friends either. I'm almost like somebody's feeling like they've completely missed out on like having fun, like teenage fun. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't have a lot of friends. No boyfriend. I mean, somebody... Someone just doesn't have anybody. Like, has your oldest ever had a boyfriend? Or a boy that she liked? I don't know, I'm getting a certain situation to where she either liked somebody or something and was getting, yeah, that's what I'm telling you, something happened to her. I mean, they said that right off the rip. Something has happened to her. To where she shut herself down and she shut herself off. I feel like somebody got made fun of, like somebody liked somebody, and maybe there was somebody pretending to like somebody, and then somebody got made fun of. Or the person that was pretending to like the other person, other people knew about it. It was like a joke. Almost like you see in the movies, you know what I mean? And I just see like a bunch of kids like being cruel and mean and saying hurtful things and laughing and then like a girl just crying. Oldest one feels excluded. I know it's hard to do, but do you ever spend like individual time with each one of them? I don't know, because I'm just getting vibes like from the oldest one that all I heard was, I need my mommy, I need my mommy. Like, almost like she was a little girl. Like, a little girl saying it, but it's, you know, her. Something's happened to her that she won't talk about, and she feels like she can't talk to you about it. I'm not going. there's like, she's ashamed. That's the words they're using, like ashamed. She feels guilty for something. She's embarrassed. She feels like something's her fault. When I had the other girls, she put a wall up. Now, my oldest did the same thing, because when I had her, she was an only child for 5.5 years, you know, and then I had her sister, and she used to call her that baby. She would not call Adele by her name for the longest time. She just called her that baby. And yeah. She just feels left out. But there's something else going on with her. Like, I'm not, you know, trying to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you advice and telling you what's being told to me. You need to try to take some time, some individual time, and spend with her and talk with her. This came out, it was reversed though, which means lack of control, like lack of direction, aggression, almost just like you just stop letting everybody walk all over you. Like, I don't know, but I'm sensing, not that you're like a people pleaser, but you're a people pleaser, and don't take this the wrong way either. Like, you know, you want to be a cool mom, like in the sense that, you know, you want to get along with your kids, and you don't want to upset them. You don't want to, you know, stir the pot or anything like that, and you just want people to listen to you and pay attention, and you want to be the mom, but you want to, it's like you want to have rules and you want to have structure, but it's like no one's listening to it anyway. And it's like you try and you try and you try at whatever you're trying to do. You know, you put forth effort, but it's like nobody pays attention. That's all I'm getting, just nobody pays attention. Like nobody listens. Like you could be screaming at the top of your lungs and it would go in one ear and out the other. And then I just see you, like, because they're showing me you, and just standing there, and like the 3 girls are there. It's like they're laughing, and you're just like screaming, like out of frustration, like, oh my fucking God, you know, just fucking listen, and or just screaming, just you know, just screaming, like just. Like, won't somebody just fucking listen? Like, even if you don't do it, like, you want to. You know what I mean? You just want to just scream, like, so somebody will hear you. And it's like they don't care. We just laugh and walk away. Like, whatever. Yeah, there's mom having one of her breakdowns or episodes or whatever. Or if you were to do that, say like, maybe it would happen like in front of a friend or something, one of their friends, and they'll all just ignore her. You know, that's just my mom. She does that, you know, from time to time, like brush it off like it's nothing. And it's like nobody is like paying attention to anybody, like in this whole circuit, like nobody. Like nobody's getting attention from anybody. It's like people are just off in their own little world, in their own little space, in their own little, everyone's in their own little mind, trying to deal with what's going on with themselves. You understand what I mean? And nobody can even deal with themselves. It's like chaos. And I don't even mean just like, you know, just running amok, just like chaos, even just internally, it's chaos. So everyone's just separated. Everyone's just in their own room. And it's like there's a lot going on with you, you know what I mean? Internally, like, you know, and mentally, whatever. And it's like you feel like you don't even have anybody to talk to about it. Like if you're married, like not even your husband, you know what I mean? Because it would just be your problems. You feel like your problems are not that big of a deal to everyone else. So it's like, why even share? Why even try to talk about it? Because they're not going to care anyway. It's like you have no voice because you've been made to feel like you shouldn't. It's like even when everybody's there, it's like, you know, kids are there, you know, husband, whatever, and everyone's around, but it's like everybody else is happy and laughing and everything else. And it's like, you know, you might occasionally or smile or laugh, you know, or pretend is what I'm going to say. You know, you pretend. But you're so lonely. I just want to cry. That's a terrible way to feel. And I'm really sorry if you feel that way. See, because both of these came out reversed. So like, even the Ten of Cups reversed, it means shattered dreams, broken family, domestic disharmony. Almost like, and I'm not being morbid, you know, but if you were, say, to pass away today, you would pass away just from sadness and loneliness and like brokenheartedness. You know, like doctors and things like that would say all unnatural causes, but it would be due to your mental and emotional state. It's a terrible way to feel. And have people treat you like that. like you don't matter. You do matter, you know? And you're not a disappointment to your mother. You know, you're a beautiful person. It's almost just like you just don't know what to do anymore. You just don't know what to do, period. Like you have no purpose. Like you have no voice, you have no purpose, you have, like, why am I even here? You know what I mean? Because nobody listens anyway. Nobody does what I say anyhow, you know? If I have an idea and I say it, they just ignore it and discount it. Everybody has a purpose, Wendy. You just have to figure out what it is. But you're not going to figure that out until you learn to like and love yourself. And I know from experience, I mean, it's a very hard thing to do. To like and love yourself unconditionally, you know, when you've been made to feel the way that you've been made to feel for so long. And when you felt the way that you felt about yourself for so long. I mean, you are unappreciated. They do take you for granted. They're disrespectful. You just want peace. And I'm hearing just like real happiness is what I heard. Real happiness. Not this fake shit. Like, I want to be really happy. I want to know what joy is. That's what I'm hearing. Like, almost like those words are foreign to you. You know, like pure happiness, pure joy. Like, what is that? What are those things? You know what I mean? Like, did that stop? That was weird. My head's numb. Why is this not playing? What happened? There it goes. Sorry. Oh my God. Oh. I'm sorry. I had to try to lighten the mood. Well, just know, if you ever need somebody, Wendy, like, I'm here, you know, I will listen, I will talk, like, whatever. Even though I talk a lot, I am a good listener. Like, I really am. You need to quit allowing people, number one, to dull your shine, to overshadow you, and to not appreciate you, and to take you for granted. You need to stop allowing people to walk all over you. Stop allowing people to not let you speak, to not let you speak up, to not let you have a voice, to not let you have... It's almost like you don't have your own, like, thoughts and ideas and things like that. I mean, you do to an extent, but it's like you can't share them. They get overshadowed, they get overlooked, they get tossed aside. Almost like every single word that comes out of your mouth, just like nobody listens, like nobody. And the one person that did is gone. Were your mom and you close? I just heard like best friend, like... And I will say this, I know it gets frustrating and stressful, and it's very hard, you know, to take care of a family and keep a family together and take care of kids and keep kids together, and you keep it all together, you know, or you try to keep it all together, but it's hard to do all of that and maintain when your mental health is struggling. Like your mental health, your emotional state, your whole self-image, like everything is just down in the dumps. Yeah, and she was like the one person that helped brighten your day and like bring you up and lift you up and gave you compliments and said nice things to you and appreciated you. Like no matter what, she was always there. I think in a sense, maybe even the oldest one, like before your mom passed, like if they were around or if they saw like the relationship between you and your mother and maybe how you guys talked and communicated and were with each other, you know, people, even kids, adults, it doesn't matter, you know, can get jealous of that. Like, why don't I have that with my mom, you know? Like, why isn't my mom that way with me? You know, the way her mom is with her. There was a point where I myself got a little on the jealous side, you know, because with me losing custody of my kids, and then my mom ended up getting guardianship of them, you know. It's a long story as to why. But, yeah, there was a point where I had become, like, very jealous. Very much so. Because I would see how my mom was and would be and was with my kids. But she was never that way with me. So it's like, I get it. You know? And even as an adult, I would sit and think, well, why wasn't she that way with, like, me and my brother? Or why didn't she act that way with us? Or, you know, or why didn't she do that with me? Or... You need to start to work on yourself. I mean, if you need some type of counseling or whatever, or if you don't want to go to counseling, I mean, you can talk to me. You need a friend. You need somebody that you can confide in and actually talk to and just, like, spill everything to, you know? And I'm hearing you have a lot to dump on somebody. You know, like, it wouldn't be a one-time deal. This would go on forever and ever and ever. But I mean, you've just got so much stuff just, like, built up. Like, you just need to, like, unload. So, I don't know. Like I said, when and if you're ever ready to do something like that, if you feel like you need somebody, you know, I'll be here, you know, like, non-judgmental, like, I can just listen. So whatever. There's a lot of work that needs done and needs to be started, you know, I mean, within that family unit. But nothing is going to get fixed or mended or be okay until you're okay. You're welcome. You know, you have to be okay. And you're not. You know. And it's okay to not be okay. I've learned that too. Because I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. So... But, yeah, we'll just talk more after this, if that's okay. I just kind of want to, because that's all that they're going to, that's what they're going to focus on. They're going to focus on you because you need to work on you so you can be healthy for your kids and help your kids and spend time with your kids the way that you truly want to and the way that they truly want you to. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not anything that's going to happen overnight, you know, and you have to be willing to, like, put in work, like, to work on yourself. You know what I mean? It's going to be like a job in itself, you know. You're going to have to change things, but you have to want to change things. You have to want to change yourself, and you have to want to stop being a doormat. And you have to want to stop being and allowing people to treat you and view you and see you as this lower vibrational person. You know what I mean? Not that you're a negative person, just as a pushover and someone that they can take advantage of and someone they don't need to listen to and someone they take for granted and they don't appreciate and they disrespect. You have to learn to stand up for yourself in a healthy way. you know, not by yelling and screaming, and because they're not listening to that anyway. You know, people get immune to that too, because I used to do the same thing, would just scream and scream because I just wanted somebody to listen, and it was so frustrating, you know, just having people either just ignore you, just blatantly ignore you, or overtalk you, or tell you to shut up, you know, because I guess they feel that what you're saying doesn't matter. I mean, I've been treated the exact same way. And it is hard. It's hard from going from such a low vibration, you know, such love or like for yourself, like there's none, like very low self-esteem, no confidence, you know, like I said, I've felt it the exact same ways, and I was made to feel the exact same way, you know, for a good part of my life, and I still go through a lot of that. My mother and I still really don't get along, you know. She still treats me differently, you know, and I'm not saying, oh, woe is me, victim mentality, but it's just, I mean, you can clearly see the difference in how she treats other people, treats my brother, and then here I am, like this outsider, you know, and everything I say just kind of gets discounted. And it got to the point when she still had my kids, but they're in college now, but they weren't even listening to me because that was learned behavior. They were seeing how she treated me and how she told me to shut up and be quiet and basically just shut up, Alicia, you talk too much, and all you do is go on and on and on. And or if I, you know, say certain things, it'd be like, oh yeah, I know, I forgot, you're just so smart, aren't you? Like very condescending, and you know, yeah, you're just smarter than everybody, aren't you, Alicia? Yeah, da 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 da. Like, so then my kids started being condescending towards me and like treating me that way and dismissing me or ignoring me. So I know exactly how you feel. It really sucks. So, but yeah, I'm gonna hop off here, and no, let's get, where are they at? Are they back there? Yeah. Oh well, no, we'll use these. I don't feel like getting out because then everyone will see I have a dress on, and if I, yeah, I'd have to move, and my legs would be, yeah, I'm not getting up right now. All right, what do you want Wendy to know? Some inspirational messages. If you're looking for the time, this is it. So there's no better time than the present to start working on you, to start liking you, to start loving you, you know. I love you. Looky here. I'm so thankful for you. You know. You have a new friend. Imagination is the only weapon of the mind. That's right. What we think is what we become, you know. So if we're sitting around thinking negative thoughts about ourselves, or thinking negative things, you know, depressed things, sad things, lonely things, you know, if the thoughts that are going through our mind are mainly lower vibrational, negative fueled, you know, we're going to create all this other stuff in our mind, you know what I mean, and make up things that just don't need to be there. you know, and then we start to imagine ourselves like someplace else, or gosh, you know, you've seen it, whatever, on TV, and people think, oh, I just wish I had a different family, or I wish this or this or this or this, and, you know, that's using your imagination and just wanting to be somebody else, or wanting to be someplace else and not be in the position that you're in. You know what I mean? I think we've all done that like a time or two. This came out again. A mind like hers should be listened to and learned from. Because I am smart, okay? I do have a little bit of a brain, you know. I'm not a full airhead. Like, there is something going on up there, you know. And I would like to think that, you know, I help people as much as I can, you know. And if only by sharing experiences or just listening or whatever, you know, then that's what I will do, you know. I mean, it takes a big, strong person to admit that they have faults, to admit, you know, that they've made a mistake, that they're not the best parent, you know, that, you know, they have a lot to work on, and start working on it, you know. It's better than those that just stay stuck like that for their whole life. You don't want to be that person, you know. You want to be happy and joyful and feel peace and be content, and actual content, not pretending to be content and just dealing with things, but actual contentment, you know. You want to experience all that, because I don't think you really have, except for with the one person who's not here, your mother. You have to learn to find joy and happiness and contentment and all of these other feelings in other people, in yourself, in your kids, in your husband, or whatever, you know? Especially in yourself, you know, and you need to work on you so that a way you can start to work on, and I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just giving advice. Because believe you me, you know, I missed out on a good part of my kids' lives, you know, and that's my fault. So, and I have a lot to work on with my kids also, my daughters, you know. We have a very strained relationship, things like that, you know, and everybody's situation is different, but just from reading you and reading the energy, and especially with the oldest one, she needs her mommy. You know. And it doesn't matter how old they are, or what the relationship is like. There is always going to be this little thing inside of any person that wants their mom. You know, that's who we came from. So you have like an unsaid bond anyhow from the time that you're born, you know. Whether or not you actually get along with that person is neither here nor there. It's just an internal knowing and an internal bond that you will always have with that person. The less you care about what others think of you, the happier you'll be, you know. Stop trying to win other people's approval, you know. Stop trying to live for other people and trying to live for not disappointing people. Stop trying to get kids' approval, you know, their friends' approval, or, you know, the husband approval. The only approval you need right now is you. And I'm not sure if you're spiritual, religious, or whatever, but if you don't and I will share this with anyone. I mean, you need to get close to something, you know, a higher power, God, whatever you want to call it. And there's no shame in that, you know, and there's no shame in not doing it right now. But, you know, if you don't, then you need to talk to somebody. And I mean, not just a regular person, but I mean, someone that's like always listening, you know, and that is God and angels. And if you want something, ask them for it, you know, pray to the angels, pray to God, and ask for what you want and ask for what you need. But you have to be willing to put in the work in order to get those things too. Things aren't just going to be like handed over to us, you know. Oh, I prayed for this. Alicia said, oh, if I pray, and then angels will step in, and then all of a sudden, you know, bam, miracle. No, that's not what I'm saying. You know, miracles do happen every single day. But I'm saying, you know, they're willing to put in some work to help, you know, to step in and help us here in the physical realm, you know, but we have to be willing to put in the work too. We can't just sit back and expect them to do everything, you know, or expect everyone here to do everything or expect God to do it. No, that's why he gave us, you know, free will and our ability to be able to make our own choices and decisions. And that's the free will, you know, and so you have to do it. You know, our whole life here, honestly, is about lessons. It's about learning lessons and righting your wrongs and correcting your mistakes. Proving that you're capable, you know, of anything that you put your mind to. Proving that you're worthy. You know, not to anybody else, but to yourself. Knowing that you're worthy of love, of respect, of appreciation, of gratitude. You know, I don't even think you know that. Or feel that way. You know, you are enough. You're very capable. There's dreams or aspirations or whatever, you know, that you've wanted to do and people have discounted or laughed at you for it. Fuck them. You know what I mean? If there's something that you want to do, or even if it's just a hobby or something, do it. Who cares what anybody else thinks or says? You know? I, to this day, get talked about, still, all the time. It's a hard thing to do, you know, and I used to do it quite well, just letting things just, you know, roll off. And then there was a while where everything was affecting me, you know. It's like no matter what somebody said to me, it affected me. I was so emotional about everything, you know, but now I'm learning to deal with things, you know, a little bit better. Things are still hurtful, you know. People can be cruel, very cruel. Not just kids, but even adults, you know. And I don't agree with the whole thing where people say, well, that's because hurt people hurt people. I only half-ass agree with that, and I don't even know if I half-ass agree with it, because we're still in control of ourselves, you know what I mean? And we make the choices and decisions on how to react to somebody and how to treat somebody and what to say to somebody, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I was hurt badly, you know, as a child and as a young adult and an adult and things like that. And, you know, I've been through all kinds of abuse myself, you know, sexual, physical, mental, verbal, you know, emotional, all of it, spiritual, all of it, you know, I've been through. And I think there was a point where I was kind of taking it out on other people. It's because I was acting out, you know what I mean? But I wasn't doing things like that, like to hurt somebody, I was more or less like, in my opinion, like a lot of the things I was doing, I was like defending myself, constantly defending myself or defending my character, or, you know, or because somebody called me a name, so I had to prove that I wasn't what they were calling me. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, constantly seeking approval from somebody, constantly trying to seek love, you know, from somebody. And I mean, it's a shit way to live. It really is. I mean, because then you're just miserable. You're miserable. And then if you start to take it out on other people, whether it's because you're being defensive, or, you know, you're just really hurt and you don't know how to act, or you just don't know what to do. And some people are just at a loss and they just give up, and it's just like, whatever, you know, and just scream and holler and just, that's it, because nobody's listening. And some people just shut down and do nothing. And I think I've been all of them, you know, and that's no way to live. That's no way to act. It's no way to treat other people. And I guess I'm learning, regardless of what people say to me and how people like treat me, like I shouldn't retaliate back. I shouldn't treat them the way that they treat me. You know, even if they treat me badly, don't treat them that way. You know, be the bigger person, and you got to learn to let things roll off. But you have to learn to stand up for yourself in a healthy manner. You know what I mean? You're the mom, you know, you're the parent, you're the wife, you know, and you're the friend. You're still a daughter, you know, you're the daughter. I don't know if you have siblings, but you know, you're the sister, you're whatever. You're a human being, and you're a person, and you matter, and you have a voice, and you have feelings, and you have emotions, and what you say counts, you know. And don't let people continuously make you feel like you're nothing. I mean, I can't help that I'm repeating myself. It's just, I know that, and I know those feelings all too well. And it just hits home, you know, like not knowing what your purpose is, not, you know, wondering, why am I even here? Like, if I were to just pass away today, or go away today, or just disappear, would anybody miss me? You know, would they even know that I was gone? You know, I did that once. I did. I just took off, and I didn't hear from anyone for over 2 weeks. Family-wise, I didn't text them or anything. I mean, I was doing it, you know, just to kind of see. And I mean, because I would venture off anyhow when I was deep in my addiction. You know, I would be gone, you know, for a few days here and there, or whatever, you know, sometimes, but not for 2 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody texted me, family-wise, like the people that I was wanting to, put it that way. Nobody texted to check on me, to see if I was okay, to see where I was, why I hadn't shown up, you know, why I wasn't there for my kids, why this, and to see if I was alive. Like, nothing. Like, it took, I think it was 2.5 weeks. And even at that point, I had put myself in a place and in a position that I didn't need to be in, you know what I mean? And even at that point, you know, because I was trying to get love and attention from people at home and in relationship wise, and wasn't getting it, and I felt so bad. So then I just go off and be with whoever, and end up with these people that I didn't even know, you know what I mean? And put myself in a really bad position, and some bad things ended up happening to me, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, you blame yourself, and then you down yourself, or at least I did, you know, for then what happened to me, because it was my fault, because I was stupid, and that's the way I looked at it at the time, and I put myself in this position, but that didn't give anybody any right to do what they did to me, you know. But it just goes to show you that, you know, people working at, and I'll keep repeating it, like at the very low vibration, very low energy level, feeling that down and depressed and low about themselves, just like they don't matter, like they don't exist, you know, and they end up being quite vulnerable, you know. You're in a very vulnerable state when you're feeling that way, you know, and a lot of times people will cling to anyone and anything that will show them attention, you know, and all those people are essentially doing is just using, you know, using you. I don't mean you, I just mean a person, period, you know, because people prey, there's people out there that prey on people that have no self-esteem, that have no confidence, that are in that vulnerable state purposely in order to take advantage of them or control them or, you know, walk all over them or whatever, you know, so they can feel like somebody, you know. So yeah, I'm really sorry that you feel the way that you feel and you're in the position that you're in. But I am always here, you know. You can message me through Facebook, and then if you want my number, I can give it to you. You know, I just don't share it on here. So yeah, because everybody needs somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? Somebody always needs somebody to talk to. You know, they need somebody to listen to them so they can unfold on, you know, and just let it go. And I just feel like you just need to cry, man. Like you just need to let it out and be okay with snotting everywhere and being a blubbery mess and, you know, and just sobbing and crying and just grieving for your mom and crying because it's okay to cry and it's healthy to cry, and crying because you're upset because of how people treat you and how you feel. But then don't feel sorry for yourself for too long. You know, you grieve it, you process it, you grieve it, and then you move forward. Then you got to pick yourself up and start working on yourself and get out of that mode, you know. See, right here, very top one, it's turned up. Spending today complaining about yesterday won't make tomorrow any better. You know, that is so true. We can only feel sorry for ourselves for so long, you know, and if we're not going to do anything about our situation, then nothing is ever going to improve, you know, in here. And I'm not talking about with anybody else. I'm just mainly talking about with yourself. You know, nothing can improve with you if you're not willing to work on you. You have to be willing to work on you, and you have to actually start doing it. You have to start changing things, you know. You are absolutely amazing. Of course you are. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Oh my gosh, never give up. Gosh, and this one too. You are a priority. You do matter. Choose your dreams. That's a good one. I just heard pick one. I will keep going. Of course. All right. I'll just do one more. There are just some little motivational things to say. You know what I mean? Looky there. Good things take time. That's right. So in order for you to be the best version of you, it's going to take some time to work on you, okay? So remember, you can try again tomorrow. If things don't work out, dust yourself off and try again, right? Just like that song. Who sang that? Was that Aaliyah? yeah, dust yourself off and try again. Something like that. So, okay, I'm going to hop off here. And, okay, thank you everybody for watching. Wendy, I hope I did well. I believe I did. But I love you. So, and you have a friend in me. And I will talk with you later. So, oh, and I will be on here later this evening, guys. Okay? All right. Peace, love, and light. Bye.